and welcome to Election Night in America 2024. Tonight, Ron DeSantis and Kamala Harris will be facing off in a very close election. The choice for president in a popular vote, Ron DeSantis leads by 1 percentage point, but it is far within the margin of error. While Biden and administration's disapproval is at 20% in the negatives. Not a very good sign for the Democrats. In the generic ballot, the Republicans and the Democrats are tied together at 45% apiece. That is also not a very good news for Democrats. They need to be up by at least 7 points to win the House and at least 10 points to win the Senate. The first polls are closing in 7 p.m. Eastern Time, which is just 5 seconds away from right now. And, in fact, the polls have closed in 6 states, and we can call 4 of those. Indiana will go to Ron DeSantis. He is the projected winner. Kentucky will also go to Ron DeSantis. He wins the state of Kentucky. South Carolina is also projected to go to Ron DeSantis. Out of the state of Vermont, Kamala Harris is the projected winner of the state of Vermont. Virginia, too early to call is our characterization. Ron DeSantis leads by about 5% and 70,000 votes. Georgia is also too early to call. Ron DeSantis leads by 181,000 votes with 12% of the vote in. Ron DeSantis currently leads in the chance for victory on your bottom side of the screen. Alright, so you can see that the polls are closing soon in a bunch of key states. The states of North Carolina and Ohio. West Virginia projection, Ron DeSantis has won the state of West Virginia. He will carry the 4 electoral votes in the state of West Virginia. North Carolina is currently too early to call. Kamala Harris leads by 29,000 votes with 4% of the vote in. Ohio is also too early to call. Kamala Harris leads by 152,000 votes, but only about 11% of the vote is in. The chances of victory, Harris has skyrocketed to 51%. The polls are closing in a bunch of new states out, including the crucial battleground states of Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, Maine, and the state of Florida. In Alabama, Ron DeSantis is the projected winner of the state of Alabama. He will win the state of Alabama again, we can project. The state of Mississippi, Ron DeSantis is the projected winner of Mississippi. Going to Missouri, Ron DeSantis is also the projected winner. Oklahoma will also award its electoral votes to Ron DeSantis. Tennessee, we can project. Ron DeSantis also wins in the state of Tennessee, while in Connecticut, Kamala Harris wins Connecticut. The District of Columbia will go to Kamala Harris. Delaware, 3 electoral votes. Kamala Harris is the projected winner. Going to the state of Illinois, Kamala Harris wins the state of Illinois. Maryland is projected to go to Kamala Harris. She is the projected winner. Going to Massachusetts, Kamala Harris also projected to win this race. New Jersey, Kamala Harris projected to win its massive 14 electoral votes. Rhode Island, 4 electoral votes, expected to lose 1. The census did not do so, will give its electoral votes to Kamala Harris yet again. Florida, Ron DeSantis leads over Kamala Harris with 79% of the vote in. We are expected to call this race soon, as Florida is always very fast in reporting their results. Maine, 2 electoral votes, too early to call. Ron DeSantis is a 8-point lead, but again, too early is our characterization. If If we look at Maine's 2nd Congressional District, here also too early to call. Ron DeSantis leads by 18% at this moment in time. Pennsylvania, also too early to call. In the state of Pennsylvania, only 3% of the votes are in. New Hampshire, too early to call is also a characterization here, but also too close to call is also our characterization. Kamala Harris trails by 0.6%. This is very close from the beginning, and we expect that towards the end. The chance of victory Ron DeSantis has bumped back up to 56%. The polls are closing in a bunch of these in one state, the state of Arkansas. Arkansas is projected to go to Ron DeSantis. We also have a key race projection out of the state of Florida. Ron DeSantis is the projected winner of their 30 electoral votes. He will win with 89% of the votes in. He wins with 53% to Kamala Harris's 45%. Ron DeSantis has now a 61% chance of winning the White House after that call in the state of Florida. Ron DeSantis now leads with 111 electoral votes. North Dakota, Ron DeSantis is the projected winner of the state of North Dakota, and South Dakota also soon follows. Kansas, Ron DeSantis is the projected winner. Louisiana, similar story. Their 8 electoral votes will go to Ron DeSantis. Nebraska's 4 out of its 5 electoral votes are going to go to Ron DeSantis. Maine's 1st district, Maine's at large, it remains too close to call, but Maine's 1st district will go to Kamala Harris. New York, 28 electoral votes. Kamala Harris is the projected winner. The state lost one due to the census. New Mexico, too early to call, as well as that. The state of Colorado, also too early to call. Arizona, 11 electoral votes, also too early to call. Texas is too close to call. The difference is only 33,000 votes. Virginia, 50.6% to 49.4%, only a 1% difference, but 71% of the votes are in. This is not a good sign for Kamala Harris whatsoever, as Biden was able to carry the state by 10 percentage points. If this race is anywhere in this range, it will be a disaster for the Democrats. Ron DeSantis' chances has bumped up to 64%. The polls are closing in 4 states: Utah, Montana, Iowa, and Nevada. Ohio Q-ish projection, Ron DeSantis is the projected winner of the state of Ohio. He wins by a comfortable 10 points, and the Republican areas are still left to report. We expect him to win by as much as 12 points. Utah, Ron DeSantis projected winner in the state of Utah. Montana will give its electoral votes to Ron DeSantis. Michigan is currently too close to call. Ron DeSantis leads by 78,000 votes. Wisconsin also too close to call. 60% of the votes are in. Ron DeSantis leads by a comfortable 4 points. Arizona, now Kamala Harris is leading, but the vote is still too close to call. Ron DeSantis still maintains a 62% chance at winning the White House. On your screen right now is the scene of Chicago, Illinois. Now Ron DeSantis leads by a comfortable 62 electoral votes. And Texas will go to Ron DeSantis. This is a key race projection. CNN can now project at election predictions and analysis that Texas has gone to Ron DeSantis. He will carry the state by, right now speaking, about 6 points, but the lead is expected to increase for him. Idaho will go to Ron DeSantis, not very surprising here. California will go to Kamala Harris. Oregon, Kamala Harris. Washington, Kamala Harris. Colorado will go to Kamala Harris. She is the projected winner of the state of Colorado. She wins by a margin of 6 points, half of what Biden won the state by. Iowa, Ron DeSantis is the projected winner of the state of Iowa. He wins by 17 points. but we expect this lead to decrease slightly. Hawaii is interestingly too early to call. Sorry for a typo down there. Ron DeSantis now only has a 51% chance of victory after we call a huge batch of states for Kamala Harris. We have some key race alerts coming in right now. And now it's the state of Maine. Kamala Harris leads over Ron DeSantis, but it's only a 4-point lead, and there's still 33% of the votes left. Maine's 2nd Congressional District, Kamala Harris actually leads in Maine's 2nd Congressional District, but only by 0 votes, which is quite interesting. Minnesota, Kamala Harris is projected to lead Ron DeSantis by right now 7 percentage points, but we are getting ready to call this race for Kamala Harris, but Ron DeSantis still maintains a chance because of where the votes are remaining. Out of the state of Michigan, too early to call. We actually changed the characterization back. Kamala Harris is down by over 6 points in the state of Michigan, but the remaining areas are mainly in the Detroit area. In the state of North Carolina, 60 electoral votes. We're getting ready to call this race for Ron DeSantis. Pennsylvania, Ron DeSantis leads by 8 percentage points. Again, the Philadelphia area and the Allegheny County area really hasn't reported much results, but we still have a long way to go in Pennsylvania. Virginia, Kamala Harris takes back a 8,000 vote lead. This is a very tight race. We really will watch this race towards the end. Wisconsin, Kamala Harris takes a lead too early, too close to call. Less than 30,000 votes is the difference between Kamala Harris and Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis still leads with 216 electoral votes after these calls. Hawaii will go to Kamala Harris, not very surprising. Huge call out of the state of North Carolina. Ron DeSantis is the projected winner of the state of North Carolina. He wins by a margin of 6 points and 145,000 votes. We can also project that Virginia has gone to Kamala Harris by the nearest of all margins a recent Democrat has won the state of Virginia by. Virginia will go to Kamala Harris by 3 percentage points and 75,000 votes. But right now, even with the call of Virginia, DeSantis maintains a 73% chance of winning the White House by the call of North Carolina. He has reached the number Donald Trump has reached in 2020, meaning he has no ground to lose. Well, in Maine's 1st District and Alaska, those areas are heavily favored for Ron DeSantis. So he should get at least 236 electoral votes. Let's do some math. He could win the state of Pennsylvania and the state of Wisconsin. With the states of Maine's 1st District and the state of Alaska, he got 266 electoral votes. He can win any other state to win. He can also carry the moderate state of Arizona, win the state of Georgia, and he needs the state of Nevada or Wisconsin or any other state. With Pennsylvania, if he wins Pennsylvania, he's going to win Wisconsin, and both those states are leaning towards his way. He's also heavily favored in the state of Arizona, though he is expected to lose the state of New Mexico. And we can project Alaska has gone to Ron DeSantis. Wisconsin, Kira's projecting here Ron DeSantis will win the state of Wisconsin. He wins by about 2% in the state of Wisconsin. He is heavily favored from when we said he was heavily favored in, but now he is projected to win with 50% of the vote. Nebraska's 2nd District, he is the apparent winner of the state. Nebraska's 2nd Congressional District, actually he wins by about 1.5 percentage points, but only by 5,000 votes. With these projections here, Maine's 2nd District also goes to Ron DeSantis. He wins by 9 percentage points. He basically swooped the last batch of votes. With 246 electoral votes in his back here, what he really needs is any 2 states. If you do not count the state of New Hampshire, or Maine, of course, but any 2 states will basically do it for him. He is expected to lose New Mexico. He can win Arizona and Georgia, and that will be it. He can win Pennsylvania and the state of any state, and basically he can win any 2 states that aren't New Mexico, New Hampshire, Maine, or Nevada. Pennsylvania is projected to go to Ron Desantis. He wins the state of Pennsylvania. We believe that means that he will basically win the presidency. He wins the state by 1.3 percentage points, and 99% of the votes are in the state of Pennsylvania. Arizona will also go to Ron DeSantis. He is the projected winner. He wins the state, which means he will be elected president of the United States. In the United States popular vote, currently Ron DeSantis leads by about 300,000 votes and 0.6%. Michigan will go to Ron DeSantis. He is the projected winner. He wins the state by 1 percentage point in the state of Michigan. Nevada, he is also the apparent winner in the state of Nevada. Nevada, he wins by less than 0.1%. There will be a recount, but we believe Ron DeSantis has won the state of Nevada. Georgia, he is also the apparent winner in the state of Georgia. Ron DeSantis wins the state of Georgia by about 0.3%. Silver lining here for Kamala Harris, she does win the state of Minnesota. She wins the state of Minnesota by 0.14%. There will also likely be a recount in the state of Minnesota. Finally, we can call the final few states that we haven't called yet. New Hampshire. Ron DeSantis is the projected winner of the state of New Hampshire. It is right now about 4 a.m. already. New Hampshire, currently, he wins the state by about 3,000 votes. New Mexico, we can finally call it for Kamala Harris. The race is far closer than expected, but he wins the state regardless. Maine is the final state we need to project. Kamala Harris, with its at-large vote, will go to Kamala Harris. Silver lining for the Democrats. The Maine 2nd District counting votes is just so slow, and Maine's 1st District equally as slow, which means that we needed a long time to count the results. But with 18% of the remaining vote, we do not expect that will make a difference. Kamala Harris is the projected winner, which ends our electoral map with 317 for Ron DeSantis and 225 for Kamala Harris. I'm sorry with the math here. Let me do it again. I'm sorry. It's actually 221 for Kamala Harris. I'm sorry. It was a mistake. Anyway, subscribing helps. Please also like and comment. My sub goal is 200 by April 15th. I will also shout out to Joe Talks Politics because this election template was given by him. Comment down your suggestions for the next election night. Otherwise, I'll do the governor's election night. And yes, thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.